Silicon Dragon, you did that 10 years ago. You've always been quite, you've been quite positive, I think, on China for a long time.
Yep.
Is that still the case? Are you?
Well, you know, my new book goes into more depth about the policy issues.
Okay.
So we do talk about the trade war,
right?
U.S.-China, and we do talk about the tech war.
Okay. So on the tech war, and listen, you're based in the U.S., but who's winning the tech war? Is there going to be winners or losers? Is China going to come out of the shadow of the US? Because you coined a phrase, we talked about Silicon Valley, and then you started talking about Shen Valley, and we talked about Shenzhen and the rise of IoT. And is that going to be the case? Are you quite buoyant on China?
Here, from the US perspective, the US is very threatened by China's rise.
Right.
And they're on the defensive. And this is why a lot of deals are not going through. For instance, Alibaba's deal, to buy MoneyGram did not go through. There's been several other cases of this. So the U.S. is on the defensive. I think we're starting to see a splintering of U.S. and China, and it's East and West. It's not just U.S. and China, but it's Asia and the Western world. And this is what's happening with this tech war. I think, we're starting to see this divide.
Right.
And so, for instance, we're going to see what happens with 5G telecommunications. What is the standard going to be? Is it going to be, who's going to own this standard? Is it going to be a world standard? God, I hope so. But, otherwise, it's going to raise the cost for a lot of consumers.
Because that's the challenge, right? That's the challenge. The consumers are they're the ones that are going to get impacted by all of this. And I think that is a big issue. But the other interesting thing is I mentioned AI superpowers, Kai-Fu Lee, and you and I have spoken to him on a number of occasions. Kai-Fu talked about the fact that actually now China is leapfrogging, and I look at things like digital and mobile payments.
Oh, definitely.
566 million monthly active users.
We don't have a super app in the U.S.
Right.
The super app was invented in China.
Right.
And the U.S. is way behind on that. And the U.S. is way behind on mobile payments. We're way behind on new retail. We're way behind on things that I have seen in China with supermarkets and AR and how they incorporate AR. And how you can tell where all the food ingredients are coming from. The U.S. is so far behind. We don't have, Alibaba is so far ahead of Amazon, for instance.
The other interesting thing is, and I saw it, I just came back, I was in Jakarta with one of my colleagues, Barnaby Robson, and we caught up with Gojek. And one of the interesting things there is that even some of these players like Gojek, they've now leapfrogged the likes of Alibaba. I thought that was quite amazing. I looked at their on-demand services with regards to Gojek.
Yeah.
It was unreal. It was unbelievable. And what we're now starting to see, I think, here in the region is that leapfrogging effect.
Absolutely. The on-demand services is, again, a business model that came out of China. And that's being copied around the world now.
And Jack Ma coined that phrase, didn't he?
He did.
New retail.
And the whole online to offline retail. This is another thing that came out of China that is being copied around the world. Sure. And I think I also write about in my new book about how this is filtering into Southeast Asia.
Sure.
A lot of China investment is coming into Southeast Asia. And a lot of the trends are coming into Southeast Asia. So like with the scooters and the bike sharing and all these things. And the ride hailing.
I know. But just on things like bike sharing.
Right.
Some of these new business models have not been a big success.
Exactly.
In fact, some of them have been an abject failure. Yeah. Some have been a failure. I mean, is that, are we going to see bike sharing 2.0?
I think so. I think it's going to scooters. Yeah, I really do. I mean, we've seen the bike sharing model just OFO flopped, unfortunately. and Mobike was absorbed by Meituan. And so I think even in Silicon Valley, the bike sharing model is not really working. It's gone to scooters. Even in my neighborhood in Silicon Valley, the bike sharing didn't work. They went to scooters.
Right.
So anyhow, our time's up, and we have to let Mario and Napoleon come on stage, because Mario has a flight to catch, and we need to get him up here on stage.
We do. just a quick one though. Just you're looking ahead, 2019, 2020. Is there any particular tech that you're really enthused? You've done a heck of a lot of research. Tech titans of China. Is it the killer app on fintech? Is it IoT? Is it smart cities? Is it bike sharing 2.0? What is it?
I like the flying drones that carry passengers.
Flying drones.
Yeah, the passenger carrying drone.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
so that's where your money is going to be.
Well, that's where I would like to be physically. I don't know about my money, but physically, that's the way I want to get around, is on a flying drone.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we could continue. What I would say is Rebecca is an incredible author. I've worked with her for a number of years. She has passionately driven Silicon Dragon for the last 10 years. A large portion out of Hong Kong, but you've gone global. You've gone all over the world. When is Tech Titans of China going to be released?
Well, it's already on pre-order.
It's on pre-order with Amazon, right?
It's pre-order, and I understand that pre-order is very important for a book's success.
Okay. And any discounts? Any discounts for all of us?
Yes, we will be back to Hong Kong with the books and with a nice discount for everyone. So
when are you coming back? Are we going to do it in November? Is it November?
November for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So November, pick up your new Tech Titans of China.
Thank you.